Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Today, a special race from the RiZZRL Racing. We've got the second annual July 4th Independence Smackdown. Today, we're going to be racing on the 2014 Worlds course, also called the Richmond UCI. Same course, just a different name for some reason. But anyways, it's going to be a long one. 2 laps, going to be over 30 kilometers. And as you know, there's a couple real spicy climbs on this course. One is the 23rd Street KOM section, and then there's another steep section as well, where it goes way over 10% for the grade. So the race today has separate pens, and but staggered starts. So I'm in the C pen. So D's are up front. These are behind, and I think the gap is a couple minutes between the pens departing, departing from the pens today. So, yeah, it's a long one. I'm probably gonna sort of just highlight the, let's say the spicy sections of the race today and do some voiceover. Hope you enjoy the action. They got some special guests here in the race today. We've got MK, we've got Breezy in there, and there's a couple other familiar faces that we'll run into as the race goes on. So hope you enjoyed the action, and yeah, let's get into the race. So up until this point here, there wasn't too much. Pack basically was staying together, but the Reverend Howie from TFC, nice guy there from TFC, he was trying to organize the pack here to try to do some pulls on the front and sort of catch the D group up front. So, I sort of drifted to the front a little bit. I know MK spent some time in the front as well doing some pulls. And I thought, you know what, I'll take a pull up front here and see if we can close in on the D group and, keep the Reverend happy with the pace as we continue. So, yeah, take a pull here. Don't really know how long I went for though, but sort of just keeping it up on this section of the course. And then there's going to be a downhill section coming, another flat part, and then we're head over to the first spicy climb for today. So here we go. There's already some riders here that we're collecting up from the D group that left ahead of us. So here we go. Did a little pull there, and we'll let the riders sort of just pass me by, slip to the back, do a little bit more drafting, and save some energy for further up the road. All right, so this pack sort of started, I think, 36 riders total. I think there's about 26 now in the group. I'm going to take another pull on the front here as we're another flat section here as we approach the first climb. And yeah, there wasn't too much. People were taking pulls on the front. The pace kept pretty steady. It didn't really slow down too much. And the one thing is that you can't really determine like the D group and the B group that are behind us unless you look at the map up in the corner. So there'll be a different color. I think the D's were purple on the map, and I forget what color the B's were, but that's the only spot you're going to sort of see when you're, see there's a D rider up ahead of us there, where we're approaching, or when we're getting caught by the B group is by that map up in the corner. The names will not show up on the side because those are only the names that are in the pen that I'm in. So it gets a little confusing at certain times in the race, especially when the B's, start to collect us up. That won't be till the next lap, and we'll sort of highlight that when that goes down. But yeah, so yeah, we're collecting some riders up. Now, some riders in this situation, in the D group, and they will actually, when they see that we're, going to collect them up, they're actually going to rest up. I've been in that position before where you kind of rest up and then try to grab the train, because there's lots of riders here. If you're able to grab this train, sit in, you don't have to be on the front. You can be maybe like halfway into the pack there. You'll get a great draft. You see right now, I'm getting over 120 on my draft gauge, which is great. Now it is, of course, flat along here, but yeah, you can conserve a lot of energy in these races if you, plan your ride well. I don't always do that well, do that in races, but today I'm obviously trying to conserve because I know that it's going to get really spicy as we head up around the corner here for our first climb. So let's pick it up at the first climb for today's race. All right, so here we go, starting with the first climb for today. It's the Libby Hill KOM section. It's about 640 meters with an average of 6% grade. So there are some really strong riders in this group. and I can already see that they're really hitting the pace hard already. I've got a draft power up, so I'm kind of, oh, okay. I was going to say, do I decide to use it? But yeah, I decided to use it. Figured it would help a little bit maybe on this. It's draft gauge is really not really picking up a lot of boost there, really helping me out. But anyways, I used my power up because I'll get another one at the top of the KOM. Some riders really pushing hard off the front here. We got MK pushing hard on the front here on the first climb today. And Breezy's probably in there too, a little bit, maybe a little bit further back, I think maybe at this point. But this is a tough climb. I don't know if the surface sort of makes a difference or not, being cobbles, but it just these twists here, and it's not an easy climb at all. There's a lot of people have feather. I wish I had feather for this climb. It would have been nice, but I didn't get a feather. There's MK there just behind me actually. So we're gonna try to push over the top here. See there, it almost looks like, what was it, 12-14% there at the one point on that corner there. So there's the banner. Let's keep on pushing up over the top here, because as you can see, it's gonna flatten out. There's gonna be a downhill section, so I gotta grab the train here. We're slipping back in position here. We're like 16th spot. Still pushing. Always want to try to push through these banners because you know, when the people up front of you are sort of get off the gas, that's when you want to try to grab the train. And I'm kind of like gassed a little bit here. There are some riders here. I think this rider here might have been a D rider. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. But okay, so as you can see, we're really strung out right now. Now I got to get up there. I got to push hard to try to grab this train. Otherwise, yeah, they're going to be gone. So here we go. 10 put in a dig. I do have my power up, which I have used, draft boost. Let's see if I can grab them before we hit the next climb for today. All right, so I really didn't make up a lot of time on those riders. A couple that were in front of me there. They're still 4 seconds in front. And this is where I really kind of screwed up. I've only raced this course, oh my gosh, it's been like probably a year or so since I've been on this course. And I really screwed this up. This is the 23rd Street KOM, which is like 260 meters, averaging about 9%. But you're gonna see what happens here. Look at all these riders passing me. So I really, like I was in super tuck there, sort of coming down to approach this on that corner there. But you really gotta ramp up and carry your momentum up this climb. Because you can see, look at this, like 12%. It's like super steep. And a lot of the riders just flew past me there. So that was just from inexperience of not knowing the course very well. Yeah, now things have sort of settled down. And I've sort of collected up with some of the previous riders. So we got 2 seconds, 1, 2, kind of. So this is going to be a group now, a new group, not as big as the first one, which was about 26 riders. And we're going to group up now and head around and get ready to start the lap number 2. But before we get to the lap banner, there is going to still be one more climb. It's not classified or anything. It's not a KOM. But it's still draggy, and yeah, we're gonna have to sort of, you know, stay with this group and try to draft as much as possible. So now we're able to recover a bit again, and yeah, look at lots of draft here on this downhill section. So there are opportunities to recover on this course between the between the spicy sections. So let's pick it up a little further up the road. All right, so there's the section here that I was mentioning before we get to the lap banner, where it's just draggy. Like it's like 5-7% kind of thing going up through here. I do have a feather for this one. I'll save it for the red section there, which obviously is the steepest part. And in the group we have, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's like 6 of us right now, 6, 7 of us right now. Breezy's in this group. The Reverend is a little further back, with Syngenta rider there that's going to come into play a little further up the road on lap 2. MK 24 seconds back, hoping he can make it before we hit the lap banner, regrouping with us. So there are some, actually I'll bring it up a little bit later. There's some riders in this little group that we've developed here that are very strong. It's the rider in the yellow and the rider in the orange jersey. And I'll mention them as we get into lap number 2. But yeah, they were very strong riders. So here we go, hit the feather, sort of complete this section here. It's gonna level out. And yeah, we'll start lap number 2 of this course. Yeah, it's been a tough race so far. Certainly hasn't been easy by any means. So yeah, let's pick it up, lap number 2. All right, approaching the lap banner to start lap number 2. So there's 6 of us in the group right now. And you can see Howie there, who is back about 28 seconds with Megan from Synergy Cycling Club there. And he's asking her, let's work together to try to close this down. And yeah, they really started to work together and started to close the gap. Not really, like, we weren't overly concerned, I guess, about that. It's fine to collect a couple of riders. This is really just for fun today. A good workout for fun, hanging out, celebrating the 4th of July with our American friends there. So yeah, let's pick it up. This is just the flat section here. And then there's gonna be the downhill. So yeah, once again, just hanging out, chilling. Breezy there in the group there. And yeah, we'll pick it up a little further up the road. All right, so I mentioned earlier about the rider in the yellow and the orange there beside me and saying that they were quite strong. They were doing a lot of pulls, both of them on the front. I actually slid to the front there. I was gonna take a pull and they're like, oh, they'll just go in front. So I didn't get a chance to do really a pull in the front there. But that was Petard and Jeremy there. Yeah, very strong in this group. Kept the pace up. Definitely kept the pace up. And we're still collecting riders from the D group as we're going along here. And there actually is going to be a part up here where there's a little bit of confusion sort of happens. Our group actually almost got split up. So let's pick it up at that point on this flat section here. So as we were going along here, we were collecting riders from the D group, and there's 3 of them up in front of us there. And things got pretty strung out here. Bit of a distraction, let's say. And I had to put a bit of a dig in just to sort of stay with the group. You don't want to get slung out the back in these situations where there's a bit of a distraction, let's say. So sort of collected back up again. I actually rolled over the top of the group, had some momentum, good draft, and did a pull in the front. But yeah, the collecting of the riders, and it was great that some of them were able to stay with us. There was still just the 6 of us in our pen sort of thing, but we did collect up other riders as we went through the race here. So yeah, we'll pick it up further up the road. All right, so we're just staying with the group here. Still have some of the D riders in with us, which is great that they were able to grab our little train here. And all of a sudden I see the messages popping up here about Howie and Grady there that all of a sudden are 10 seconds behind us. And I kind of lost track of them. They were about, 45 seconds off the back of us for a majority of the race. And we're sort of getting closer to that, hitting the Libby KOM section again. But yeah, on the map, I didn't see a blob. Like, I don't see any. I see our group on the map in the corner there, upper corner, but I don't see any major blob behind us. But there was a blob coming that I completely missed. So the way that Grady and Howie managed to close down so quickly on us is because they were the group of B riders. They were riding the train, the high-speed train, and oh, there we go. So now you'll see it on the map there. You see that blob there that's sort of approaching? Well, there's a whole bunch of B riders in there, and I completely missed this. I thought it was just, I just thought it was the 2 riders that were sort of, bridging up to us, but that wasn't the case. And here they come. So if I had really saw that this was happening here, could I have grabbed that train of the B riders? It's hard to say. They were motoring pretty fast there. And our group sort of got all messed up here. Some are trying to grab the train. I'm trying to grab the train. And so I really started to accelerate too late to try to grab those B riders. Obviously I'm getting a good draft here and I'm drafting the wheels. But I see at this point, I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. So there's the rider in the red, the yellow there, Pittman, and he wasn't even going to, make the attempt. I'm still trying. I'm like, can I make it? Can I make it? Nope. I'm gassed out. I'm like, okay, the climb's coming up. There's no way I'm going to put in that huge of an effort to try to grab those B riders. So we sort of regroup, and everybody realizes, we'll save up some energy here, get ready for there's Howie there. Great job, Howie. So we'll regroup here and get ready to hit the Libby climb for the last time on lap number 2. All right, last time up, the Libby KOM. And the group is I think there's about 11 of us. There's more in this group because there's D riders that have managed to group up with us, which is awesome. So I got the power up there. I got the arrow. I'm going to probably hold that for where it hits red a little bit further up there. There is one little spot there where you'll see the blue section where it does sort of flatten a little bit. So if you can get to that point and then maybe grab a couple gears and, pick up a couple of meters there if you can at that point, it's about the only spot where you can sort of make up some distance. So kind of staying with the group, not a lot of draft, but at least it's, better than nothing. And yeah, we haven't hit the cobble section, which I find that the cobble section of this climb is where it really seems to, become painful, let's say, on this climb. It's like there's added resistance or something. It could be just a mental thing, or I don't really know if it's actually the case, but I think it does have some effect, climbing on the cobbles. So here we go. And there's still B riders that are behind us that are getting really close as well. So it's going to get kind of chaotic as we sort of get up through the banner here. There's the Synergy rider there that did the bridge up. That was awesome by her. So yeah, wish I'd had the feather. Once again, would have been nice. No feather. So the way it goes. Feather gives you the 10% savings in your weight. So it does give you, that added benefit. So we got to push through this. Got to push up to the banner. This is when it really hurts. I tap out, heart rate wise, I'm going to tap out about 175. So I'm still okay. We're getting up there. We're almost hitting, our 168 heart rate. So 175 is when, when I kind of like really get into the danger zone of struggling, let's say. 170, we're probably going to get pretty close to 175 once we hit the banner here. But we're going to have to push through this banner because if we don't, we're going to lose the train. And just as we hit the banner, here comes some more B riders. So this is when it gets really chaotic right now because we got B riders coming through, which, grab the draft if you can, right? Grab the draft of the B riders. That's the one thing you want to be doing in these races is when the faster groups catch you, you want to take advantage of, grabbing their wheel, grab the draft. So there's a lot of B riders coming through right now at this point. And yeah, I'm going to try harder though at this downhill section to not mess up like I did. Oh, another Rhino rider. Didn't know who that was. Must have been from the European division. Give him a little wave here, I think, at some point. But yeah, I'm going to have to try to do this better than the last time. I really messed up before I did the 23rd Street climb section there. So let's see if I can do a little bit better job on the approach for the 23rd Street climb. Okay, so I did a little bit of a ramp up there, try to carry the momentum up this very steep but short climb section here. There is a bit of draft, obviously, with the higher speed of the approach there, so it does help. Just trying to get up to the banner here. There's about 2.5 kilometers left in the race. Starting to get tired now, but also want to finish up strong. So get through this banner. There's going to be some recovery on a downhill section, and then one final draggy climb, and then the finishing banner. So let's try to finish this race up strong. We still got lots of draft with riders and stuff here, so let's try to, obviously stay with them and try to work the draft. So I did struggle a bit there trying to hold the wheel with the other riders there on that descent, and they kind of got 5-6 seconds ahead of me there. But I'm feeling I maybe can reel them in a little bit on this final climb. I do have the feather this time, so I will try to hold that for the red section. But also they're still pushing pretty hard. They're pushing over 4 or 5 kind of watts up there per kilogram, so they haven't slowed down at all. Collecting up a couple more riders, so got some bees coming through. So let's try to get over the top of this climb here. All right, hit the feather there, a little bit left there. Got the red section of the climb. We got about 600 meters left in the race. So there's this little draggy section here, flattens out, and then we go to the banner. Great job on Breezy there, 20 seconds up the road. He nailed that last climb section. Great job, Breezy. And also the Synergy rider there, Grady there, great job, 10 seconds up the road. So they really nailed that final section of the race course. Howie there, the Reverend from TFC, he's about 9 seconds behind me. And we still got some B riders coming through. Actually, I think that Cal actually comes through here from the dirt team. So maybe try to grab his wheel and we'll try to get to there's Cal. We'll go try to get to the finish line and finish this up strong. We're pretty tired right now. We just want to see that banner. So let's get to that banner and get this pain and suffering over with. All right, there we go. Finished banner. So race is finished. 22nd place out of 36. So yeah, a little tired. But yeah, great job. Let's get into the race wrap up. All right, race wrap up time. Well, first off, I want to thank Ben Riz from RiZZRL Racing for putting on another great event, the 4th of July Independent Smackdown. Great turnout, as always for these events, and also a great workout with fellow Zwifters. We got Breezy there in the background, and we got Corey from Garage Cycling, who was in the B pen today, so I didn't really get to race directly with him today, but he was also in the event. Another streamer, YouTuber that I'm sure everybody's quite familiar with. So yeah, I want to thank Ben, and another successful event put on by RiZZRL. Hope you enjoyed the action. Kind of condensed it a little bit for the coverage. Sort of highlighted the spicier sections of the race. So, as always, subscribe, like, comment, come back anytime, and ride on.